Hi boys and girls, welcome back to History Lane. Here we meet some of our history's heroes through using our creative hands. Today we meet Leah Imenu, Leah our matriarch who gave birth to 6 of the 12 Shvatim, the 12 tribes. When expecting her 7th child, Leah prayed for the baby to be a girl to alleviate her sister's shame. Her prayers were answered and she gave birth to a girl who she named Dinah. Remembering the power of prayer, we'll be crafting a prayer book-inspired art project. Here are the supplies we will need: 3 printed Alef-Bais templates, a magazine, purple, pink, blue, and white paint, a stapler, popsicle sticks, sponge brushes and a small paintbrush not shown here, a glue stick, Alef-Bais stencils, gold, pink, silver, and blue glittery cardstock, a pencil, and scissors. Let's begin. Fold the 3 printed templates in half, then in half again. Cut the papers into quarters using the creased lines to guide you where to cut. The exact years of Leah's life are unclear, but according to some opinions, she lived from 2170 to 2216 or 1517 to 1562 BCE on the secular calendar. Fold 1 Alef-Bais sheet in half vertically and glue the edges together with a glue stick, making sure that one side balloons out in a rounded fashion. Repeat this step with 7 more sheets. Leah was Rachel's older sister. As such, she was expected to marry Esav, the oldest of her 2 cousins, who was known to be sinful and corrupt. This knowledge brought her to incessant weeping, hence the Torah describes her as having soft eyes. This means they were tender from crying, though another opinion states that this expression means her eyes were beautiful. Through a turn of events, she ended up marrying Yaakov instead, enabling her to have the merit of giving birth to 6 of the 12 Shvatim. Glue the folded papers together on the edge where they were glued before so that the papers all balloon out in the same direction like a flower. Then secure the sheets fully with a stapler. When Leah was expecting her 7th child, she understood that if this baby were to be a boy, it would mean Rachel would not be able to have another son, since they were destined to be no more than 12 Shvatim total. Staple an Alef-Bais sheet face up to either side of the paper flower so that they appear to be encased in a book. If you wish for the book to lay more flat, cut off a strip of the papers that bind the book together. Then lay the open book inside an open magazine. Add a dollop of white paint to the pink, purple, and blue paint. Use a paintbrush to mix each paint cup until each one is a lighter shade than it was to begin with. Leah realized that if she were to have a boy, Rachel would have only 1 son in contrast to Bilhah and Zilpah, who each had 2. To save her this pain, Leah prayed to Hashem, God, and instead of a boy, she was granted a baby girl who she named Dinah. Use sponge brushes to paint the open book with dabbing motions. Once you're finished, allow it to dry. Leah's prayers were powerful, and so are ours, more powerful than we realize. We don't always know how or when a prayer is answered, but it accomplishes more than we know. With this in mind, we can increase our davening, our prayers for people in need. This can be in the form of the words in the Siddur, the prayer book, or Tehillim, the book of Psalms, or they can be words to Hashem from your heart. Here's a question to consider. Who is someone you can daven for? Use Alef-Bais stencils to trace several letters on glittery cardstock. Trace each letter backward, then flip over the stencil and retrace the letters the correct way. Here's another tidbit about Leah. When she gave birth to her 4th son, she named him Yehudah from the Hebrew word hodah or modeh, which means to acknowledge or show gratitude. According to the Talmud, Leah was the first person in history to show gratitude to Hashem. When you are done tracing however many letters you choose, carefully cut them all out. Pretty soon you'll see that these letters will be flying out of the prayer book that we are making, symbolizing the letters of prayer that when uttered, reach on high. Apply glue to the back of each letter, then glue the same letters back to back and insert the end of a popsicle stick between the layers. When the letters are dry, apply glue to the bottom of the popsicle sticks and insert them between the pages. And your book art is ready. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope to see you back again next week.